What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today I've got something in store for you guys. So one of my buddies, Orlando, he actually goes to the same church that I do, and he was hitting up a couple people because he is actually building a YouTube channel himself. Shout out to him. Link right here if we can find it. We probably can. Thank you, Jake. He said that he's taking it seriously, so he needs a computer that's going to handle everything that he does. And so in order to do that, he went out and bought everything himself, but he didn't know anybody that could put it together for him. He was trying to see if he wanted to build it himself, but he decided to leave it into the hands of somebody that's done it multiple times and has experience, because it is expensive. So this build is going to be crazy. I'm going to go step by step on everything that he got because he did not skimp out on anything. And it's going to be a great build. And we're probably going to need some sunglasses in the end because there's so much RGB that's going on in this thing. It's going to be massive. So I'm going to be showing you the most critical parts, the most critical components. I might show you how to, put some things together. But the part that really takes a long time is getting everything organized inside the case so it looks good. So I'm gonna probably be doing that mostly off camera, but on camera I just want to show you all the goodies that we have in store. So let's get started. Everything is going to be powered by a 1000 watt power supply unit right there. Okay, what are we cooling this with? We're going to be cooling it with a super chilled Corsair 360 millimeter all-in-one cooling unit. So we have that guy. If you want to see the model, there it is right there. So we got some Vengeance RGB. We got 128 gigs of memory, of RAM, of RGB RAM. That is insane. That is, holy crap. You can run so many things with this. Okay, we got 2 terabytes, 2 terabyte, 4 terabytes of solid state drive. These are the pros, so they're really good. Next is the Intel i9. That's what he went with. So I'm an Intel fan, and with these Intels, the newer ones, unfortunately they have had some recalls, some bad manufacturer stuff. So I did tell him to just watch out for the any kind of processing problem. It's far and few between, so I still trust Intel. I still use it. I have mine built over there. I'm using the i9, so it's not that bad, but it's just something to look out for. And hopefully they fix that on the 15th gen when that comes out. So we got some more case fans, triple stack right here. We got the single right there. We got another triple. Yo, this thing is gonna be circulating all the air. Gonna have no problems with that. All right, and of course we gotta connect it all together using the commander. The amount of cable management that this is gonna require is a lot. We'll put that right here. And he went with the full Corsair build. You don't necessarily have to do that, but because he wanted to control everything under one command, that's why we went with the Corsair. So it's good that he went with all the same brand, because to control it for like the lights and the fans and the speed and all that, it's just better when you have it all in the same brand. It is going to be all connected to this Mag Z790 from MSI. I also have an MSI on my computer, and they're really good and they're really cool. And this is built with the 14th gen processor in mind. So I'm gonna put that right there. It's not very secure. Now it is. We're good. That might fall off, but that's okay. Boom. So we have that. For the graphics card, we're working with the 3060, the Ventus. And the Ventus is actually usually, wow, English. It is usually used for high gaming purposes. It is one of the more advanced graphics cards. So I like the MSI Ventus. Now, what are we putting all of this in? Let me see if I can take this out because it is so massive. But here we go. Oh, this is the MSI Pano 100L PZ. So this right here is a MSI case. And this is a full tower. So it's just as big as mine over there. You can't really see it because of this guy. Now you can see it. So it's as big as that guy back there. But we need all this space to fit all of this in here. So let's get started. Let's put everything in here. But first, let's put the processor on the motherboard. Let's put the not the graphics card, the memory on the motherboard. And then the power supply unit I already want to put in here. So we'll start off with the main components, and then we'll put the external components after. So the order is going to be motherboard, processor, and then actually I'm not going to do RAM sticks. I want to actually install the cooling unit first. So, all right. That's basically it. Let's get started. So I decided that I am going to put these RAM sticks first. The only concern that I have is when I put the cooling unit on it, you see this right here? That is the hoses that go off of the processing unit. So that way it gets cooled. I'm not going to tell you how a coolant works, but essentially those hoses, they're going to go around here, and it might be difficult to install, but it's also going to be difficult to install these after it's been on. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put these on, and if I need to, I'll just take it off later. It's not a big deal. They're easy to come off. So before I install them, I just want to mention that because he has all 4 of them, we don't have to worry about which slot we're going to use because we're going to use all of them. If he only had these 2, we would look for right here on the board. See these white things, little labels? Wherever there's a star right next to it, that's where we want to install, because those will provide you the best performance. So, but we don't have to worry about this on this one. Corsair RGB, beautiful. All right, before I put in the last one, I just want to mention that this notch right here has to correspond with the board. You should not try to force this in if it's not going in easily, or if you can line it up to the notch on the board before you try to put force. That's the way that I do it. Otherwise, you might break either the RAM or you might break the motherboard. So always check the notch. And if you heard that clicking sound, that means it's securely fastened in there. Look how beautiful it's turning out to be. All right, so we got both hard drives installed. We got the RAM installed, we got the processor installed. So now, before I go putting anything else on the motherboard, let's put this inside the case. So now we have all the fans in place. Let's put the graphics card, and that's gonna go right here. And there she is, fully installed. So all we need to do now is power everything up, but all this is done. So I need to put the case connections here. I need to power this up. I need to power that up. And I need to power the CPU all the way back here. and then tidy up all the cables in the back, and she's all set. Well, then I'll have to install the system, run configurations, but you get the point. She's mostly built. Let's turn her on. And there you have it, guys. There is Orlando's build, fully done. It is working in immaculate condition. I put in a Windows 10 Pro for him, and he can upgrade to Windows 11 for free at any time. Came out great. Looking forward to the next project, and tune in some more. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and hit subscribe, and then we'll create some more. Peace.